Factors that shift aggregate supply curve are listed here. Number 1, changes in price of factors of production, changes in quantity of resources, changes in quality of resources, changes in government policies, discovery of new natural resources, increase in retirement age, positive net migration, increase in net investment, women participation, school living age, technological advancement, training and education of workers. Although these factors are really simple to understand, but I am going to explain some of these factors. First of all, changes in price of factors of production. Factors of production include land, labor, capital. If there is rise in cost of production or there is rise in price of factors of production, then it will definitely lead to fall in production in the country, and so output will fall and aggregate supply will also fall and it will shift to the left. On the other hand, if there is fall in price of factors of production, if land, labor and capital are cheaper, then producers will be able and willing to produce more, and so supply will rise. The second factor is changes in quantity of resources. Changes in quantity of resources means if there is rise in factors of production, like we discover new natural land, we discover new natural resources, and we bring new technology or we invent new technology and we add new workforce to the labor force, then it will definitely, if we add new workers to the labor force, then it will lead to increase in factors of production or increase in resources. So whenever resources increase, they will lead to rise in aggregate supply in the economy. Then is changes in quality of resources. Sometimes it is not possible to increase quantity of resources physically, but what we can do is we can improve the quality of resources, which will definitely lead to increase in productivity, and so aggregate supply will rise. How can we increase quality of resources? For example, if we have land, we have natural resources but they are useless, we can make them usable and then increase, they will help us to produce more output and produce greater output, and aggregate supply will rise. Similarly, the quality of labor can be improved through education and training of workers. So when we educate and train workers, they become more productive and efficient, so aggregate supply again increases. And lastly, if we bring new technology which is cost effective, which is more productive and efficient to produce greater output in lesser period of time, then it will again help us to produce more and aggregate supply will again rise. Positive net migration also increases aggregate supply, and positive net migration means people coming into the country are more than the people leaving the country. So when people are coming into the country, then it will again increase workforce in the economy and productive potential of the country will again rise, so production will rise and aggregate supply will also increase. However, if there is negative net migration, means more people are leaving the country and less people are coming into the country, then workforce within the country will fall, and fall in workforce will definitely lead to lesser production, and so aggregate supply will fall. Fall in school living age and rise in retirement age will also increase aggregate supply. Fall in school living age means now students can leave colleges and universities early and they can be added into the list of workforce, so they will add to the national output of the country, so aggregate supply will rise. And rise in retirement age will also increase labor force in the country, because if let's say initially workers were working for 60 years and now if they are allowed to work for 65 years, it means they will be the part of workforce for next 5 years as well, and new workers will also be added into the list. So overall workforce will rise and they will help to produce more output and aggregate supply will rise.